in the U.S. The U.S. government shut down after lawmakers failed to pass a temporary spending bill in the Senate. The deadline to keep the government operations going passed at midnight after a 55-45 vote failed to extend federal funding for 7 more weeks. So Democrats and Republicans are blaming each other, as you can imagine, for the shutdown after those negotiations stalled on health care benefit programs in the new bill. Joining us right now on what we can expect to roll out in the next days or weeks is Eric Ham, CTV News political analyst. And Eric, the last time there was a government shutdown in 2018-2019, that was during Trump's first term. And just as a reminder for our viewers, what does this actually mean? What's not working?
Well, the difference between this shutdown and that shutdown in 2018-2019, that was a partial shutdown. However, that is on record as the longest shutdown in government history. What we're seeing now is a full government shutdown. So we're talking millions of government workers who will not be paid, millions of military officials who will have to continue to work without pay, and of course the possibility and specter of more firings, as the Trump administration has announced that if in fact this government shutdown continues, they will be looking to actually reduce the size of the government workforce even more. And so what we're seeing now is there's no end in sight as to when this shutdown might end, because right now both sides have been entrenched on not willing to compromise, and so it's unclear where this goes from now. As you mentioned, Democrats want to see an extension of subsidies for health care, for Medicaid, and for the Affordable Care Act, as those premiums are set to rise beginning in the first of the year. What Republicans want is a clean resolution, so basically a clean spending bill that does not allow for funding or subsidies for health care, and they were seeking a 7-week extension. Now, it's unclear where we go from here, because House Speaker Mike Johnson has not even convened his caucus. So right now, House Republicans are not even in Washington to actually vote on a spending bill, even if, in fact, there was a negotiated settlement that was actually brought to bear.
You know, I want to go back to what you're talking about, and this is, you know, what is shut down and what isn't. We understand that some roles are considered essential. Therefore, those people technically have to show up and not be paid during this government shutdown. And, you know, Lindsey was just talking about this in news, how that led to sick calls and people not showing up for work and them not having enough people to get certain jobs done. So what kind of pressure does that put on America? And what kind of pressure does that put on both sides to get something done, something passed?
Yeah, one of the reasons why the Republicans were not willing to agree is because they believe Democrats simply don't have the spine to allow a shutdown to last for a protracted amount of time. So the expectation is this will be a short shutdown. And of course, no one really wants to see this happen. And you're right. Many government jobs are considered essential, such as aviation, air traffic controllers, Homeland Security. Many of those officials that Donald Trump has in cities, those National Guard in places like Chicago, Portland, Oregon, and here in Washington, D.C., they will continue to work without pay. Now, when and if the government shutdown ends, all government employees will actually receive all of their back pay. However, government contractors will not. And so this is going to be business as usual. Unfortunately, many people will not get paid. Now, of course, lawmakers themselves will continue to actually receive their government paychecks, while many other government employees will not. And even the military, they are expected to continue to work even without pay.
CTV News political analyst Eric Ham, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
If you like that video, make sure to subscribe to the Your Morning YouTube feed, where you can find all kinds of new content posted every weekday morning.